Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about a disturbing Twitter post by Tiana Jackson about Caitlyn Clark. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so at the notification bell when you do. Trying to go for 5,000 subscribers, and we need your help. If you like Caitlyn Clark, subscribe to our channel. You like football, subscribe to our channel. You like Rob, subscribe to our channel. All right, Rob. Well, I guess 6 months ago, this would have shocked me. But being around the WNBA, since we started doing this channel and covering Caitlyn Clark a lot, nothing surprises me anymore with this. But this, I found this very disturbing, this take by this person. And I don't know how she can just post things like this with no indication that it's accurate. And someone named Tiana Jackson, who's actually an agent supposedly for some of the WNBA players, wrote this. Caitlyn needs to leave the W. This is beyond ridiculous at this point. She exhibits school shooter behavior. Stop excusing it. Now, this is so rich. It's unbelievable, Rob, considering how they have mistreated this woman for no reason. And any physicality that took place that she's exhibited is because she's been defending herself. It's always started by the other player since she's been in the league. So I have no idea what she's talking about. She had some other posts. I looked up her Twitter account, and she said that Caitlyn Clark purposely poked someone in the eye. No, that didn't happen, first of all. And I'm sure it was an accident.
She gave the Three Stooges poking the eyes. Is that what she did?
I have no idea. This woman is delusional. And I don't know how you can just post something like this. Supposedly, she calls herself, now get this, you know what Angel Reese's podcast is called? Unapologetic. Well, this woman on top says, unapologetic agent, producer, activist, Tiana Jackson. That's what she calls herself. Of course, she's a black female. I shouldn't have to say that, but she is. I have no idea whether she's a lesbian too and feels that she should support the black lesbian in the league. I have no idea. I don't know her extent of tribalism or racism. All I know is she's obviously not objective about Caitlyn Clark, where she wants Caitlyn Clark thrown out of the league for her behavior, and nobody else. She's advocating for that.
Well, I finally figured it out. When you brought this to my attention, Mark, and you said school shooter behavior, I was kind of like, what was she really talking about? And now I kind of think I figured out what she's talking about. In school shooting, you have that one guy who just always shoots the ball. We call him gunner. You're a gunner. And so I guess she thinks that Caitlyn Clark is a gunner, and she shoots too much, and that's school shooter behavior.
What about Asia Wilson? She shoots more than Caitlyn Clark.
She's not white, Mark. Come on.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to point that out. I'm just Kelsey Mitchell.
That's Asia Wilson, man. She can do what she wants.
I have no idea. I know that these people are saying these things about Caitlyn Clark. They'll see her retaliate and they go, look, she's a psycho or whatever. And I've been watching her for 4 years, Rob. I've never seen her start the physicality ever. When she pushes off with her arm, that's because the first couple times she drove, the player clutched, grabbed, held her, or did whatever. And she goes, okay, well, the ref's allowing physicality. They're allowing people to do certain physical aspects when there's contact between someone. I'm going to use my arm to push this person off because they're doing something that I think is illegal. And the ref's allowing it. So I'm going to do what's illegal too to make it fair. And guess what? That happens all the time in basketball. And it's been happening for 60, 70, 80 years in the NBA. So I don't know why that's any different when Caitlyn Clark does it. You can go watch any NBA game and all the players do that. They may not do it when they first drive to the basket, but if the defender starts doing what they've been doing to Caitlyn Clark, they start using their arm. Right. And that's what happens.
Well, what about the blatant face guarding like the one player from the Mystics did? Just blatantly up in her face. Wouldn't give her any room.
And then she pushed her away and then said people wanted to be thrown out of the game. I just wish they were being honest and objective and not be so biased about this. Because, they call her a flopper. I've never seen her flop. I've seen her after she didn't get a call 3 times in a row. And she may embellish a little bit, but really, I know there's a difference between flopping and embellishing. Some people might accuse me of splitting hairs, but I don't think so. Flopping is really just, embellishing, a little bit of that. But even then, I don't think she's a flopper at all. I don't think she does it any more than any other player in basketball in terms of that type of behavior.
But my point is, what is her main reason why she wants out of the W? And I guess just like most of the league or people, she doesn't realize that if she was in the league this year, I'm serious about that. If she was in the league this year, I think the WNBA wouldn't be nothing. No one would watch the WNBA.
Well, nobody was watching it for the most part.
Yeah.
But why doesn't this bother Renee Montgomery, the owner of the Atlanta Dream? Why doesn't a comment like, I want this white woman to be stabbed like Monica Seles. I hate her so much because she's white. Why doesn't that bother Renee Montgomery? Why doesn't that bother Tiana Jackson? Comments like that about Caitlyn Clark. So
right.
I don't understand. Did it bother Tiana Jackson when she was hip checked to the ground by Kennedy Carter?
Yeah.
Or when Diamond DeShields did the same thing, just hip checked her to the ground when she was dribbling? Did that bother? Is Caitlyn Clark supposed to stand up for herself when that happens? When she drives to the basket and gets hit in the head and no fouls are called, she's not supposed to stand up for herself?
No, that's part of the game. That's part of the physicality of the league, Mark. That's part of the game. So what's the big deal? She shouldn't complain.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea. This woman is a psycho and needs psychological help. Seriously. I mean, I don't understand how you could call some. I mean, even if she wants to say, oh, Caitlyn Clark, make up stuff like she gets away with stuff or she's too physical or she's pushing other people or she's hitting other people or whatever, which I maintain she never does unless the other person starts it or it's a reaction to something that's the other person's doing. And I'll give you an example, but I wonder what she wants to say about those kind of situations. What she wants to show what happened before then, but they don't want to do that. There was a whole videotape of Caitlyn Clark's supposedly bad behavior, but they never showed what happened before that.
Right. So, I mean, that happens in basketball. I mean, that happened to me. If some player elbowed me and I elbowed him back, I got the foul called on me. I'm like, wait, he elbowed me first. But it's always like that in sports. In this sport, you see pass interference, whatever. It's always the second person always gets caught, never the first.
This is how biased they are, Rob. First, when she got knocked to the ground, Kennedy Carter knocked Caitlyn Clark to the ground. She was accused of flopping by some people. Okay. In addition to that, they said the reason Kennedy Carter did that was okay. They said Kennedy Carter was justified because Caitlyn Clark elbowed Kennedy Carter to the head first, which wasn't true. First of all, she didn't hit her in the head. She hit her in the neck. Second of all, that's because Kennedy Carter was all over her from behind, fouling her and hooking her arm. And Caitlyn Clark just wanted to get her arm free, and she just went like this to try to get her arm free, which happens all the time. Again, in basketball, when the ref doesn't call it and you're being hooked, people do that to get their arm free. Rob can tell you that. He played a lot of basketball. Right. It's a normal play.
Yeah, it's a normal the normal basketball play. And plus, plus justifying that, well, like I used to say, when I used to coach girls basketball, wow, I'm gonna get that girl. I'm gonna get her back. I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
So this woman didn't even give examples. I looked at her tweets. I didn't see, other than I saw one earlier about the eye poke, which is made up, I'm sure, because it wasn't on purpose. I don't know if she didn't read the eye, but she's not a physical player by herself. She's a physical player when other people are physical to her, and they're going to pretend all they want that Caitlyn Clark started this physicality, but she didn't. And it doesn't bother her that this has been happening against her and there's been no call by the refs. That doesn't bother her at all. So, and she's an agent.
I was just going to say, maybe because she's not Caitlyn's agent, maybe she's kind of jealous because she wishes she was Caitlyn's agent because she'd be making big money right now.
But even if you're going to make that argument about her, to use the phrase school shooter behavior, that's unbelievable. That's a really strong phrase, Rob.
Strong and
like she's super violent,
Strong and well, to me, like I said, I had to think about it. I was kind of ambiguous. I'm like, what do you mean by school shooter behavior? I've coached junior high, grade school, high school, and I'm trying to think School shooter behavior.
Rob, she's calling her a serial killer for defending herself on the basketball court. A serial killer for defending herself on the basketball court. This is outrageous. It's an outrageous tweet. This woman should not be an agent for people in the WNBA. She's the one that should be barred for the WNBA, not Caitlyn Clark. I don't know what to say. Like I said, I'd be shocked 6 months ago, and now I'm just like, oh, God, another idiot that's involved in the WNBA who's so biased against Caitlyn Clark, so jealous of Caitlyn Clark, and so envious of Caitlyn Clark that they make up crap.
Yeah, well, I'm going to quote a famous person. I'm flabbergasted by what she said.
It's mind-boggling to me, Rob.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, let us know what you think, that this person's, is obviously deranged. That's the best.
She got problems.
She's got serious mental problems. She should hang out with Cheryl Swoops, which she probably does.
Probably do.
And they can sit in a corner and become old and bitter together if they want.
And discuss how much they hate a person who's never done anything to them,
Anyways, if you want to see playoff basketball, join us. It's going to be in 2 days. It's going to be Sunday, and it's going to be the Indiana Fever at the Connecticut Sun, Game 1, Round 1 in the WNBA playoffs, and it's at 3 o'clock on ABC. Can't wait to see the ratings of that game. And then Wednesday, they're going to be on ESPN at 7:30 for game number 2, and then will be a third game if someone wins at least one of those games. All right, so join us for that. Our normal live show is Monday, 6 to 8 Eastern time. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do. We're going for 5,000 subscribers, and we need your help. And if you like this video, hit the like button and share it with your friends, because this is an important topic. You can't just say things like that. It's just irresponsible and immature. And if you want to donate to this channel, you can with super chats and super thanks down below. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.